Louisa Barton here for the Horse Talk Show and the CEP's Equine Initiative on the Equus Television Network, and we are doing our very special Local Connections broadcast, trying to talk to as many of the local connections to the Kentucky Derby and the Oaks as possible. And we're very excited to be here with Helen Barbazon, who is a very well-known name in thoroughbred breeding here at Pleasant Acres, just north of Ocala in Williston. And we're going to chat to her a little bit about a horse that's on the Derby trail. He's in spot number 22. By the time this broadcasts, he might be in that top 20. So we are certainly hoping for that, and it's very exciting to have a Florida bred. So, Helen, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being my guard earlier for the other interview I was doing. That was very helpful.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit briefly about Pleasant Acres before we kind of get to the horse himself.
Well, Joe and I started in 1983. We've been doing this all of our lives. And our goal was to create a nice stallion operation. So we finally had the opportunity to do that. And every year we're trying to bring better and better stallions to the state of Florida to give breeders the opportunity to breed some good sire lines. So that was our goal, and we feel like we've done that. A couple of them have already left us. They came. We actually made them better by breeding them here, and then they left. So we're excited. I mean, we have some really top sires this year, so we're excited about all them. And of course, Neolithic has been doing very well. Leinster's been doing very well. So, we have some big name Kentucky people that have come to the farm, and they've looked at them, looked at babies. So we're excited. We're excited.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Fantastic. Now, how many stallions do you have there right now?
10.
Wow.
10.
That's quite a bit.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Do they all get fairly full over the season?
Pretty much, yes. We've got the Tappet, we've got Leinster, the Majestic Warrior, and Justify, Verifying. He's very popular. Doppelganger, Into Mischief. So, those lines.
Those are all,
very popular lines. So, yes, they all get very busy because everybody has a different pocketbook, everybody has different tastes, and their mare needs different bloodlines. So we're kind of, trying to give everybody something. So
that's amazing.
Yes. So, and the babies that we've seen, Doppelganger babies, they're very, very big. Simplification is another one that's very big foals. So we're excited about them too. They have a lot of leg. It's always nice to see that in babies. So we're excited to see the future. And also, I think there's a Leinster running today that we're excited about. So out of a very expensive mare. So we think he's going to be sire stakes material.
Well, that's awesome news,
yes,
right?
Yes. Yeah.
So let's just touch on very exciting, looking forward to, and as I said, by the time this is edited and broadcast, it could well be the case that Neoquist is in that top 20, especially being at number 22. One thing I will say is, hats off to the authorities in the horse racing safety and the fact that at times if a horse is, and of course we don't wish this for any of the top 20, but if there is an issue or a fever or a possible injury or anything that even looks slightly concerning, horses can, up to a very short period of time before the Derby, not actually run. And when that happens, horse 21, 22, 23 can get into that top 20. And Neoquist right now sitting there at number 22 is very exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. We talked to Safi the other day because I was unsure whether he was going to run the horse in it. And he said, no, we're going to go. We're game. So I have a lot of faith in Safi. He's a great trainer, and he's excited about it. So we'll see. We'll see what the horse does and see if he's going to step up. I think he will. He's very speedy. I know he'll be in the front, but the question is, will he be able to hang in there with the rest of them? So that will be exciting. It'll be fun to watch. We've never actually had one that we bred in the Derby. We've had several in the Breeders' Cup. The last one that was going to be was Arthur's Ride, and then he got hurt, so he was sidelined.
I love that horse.
Yeah, he went to the Breeders' Cup. He ran. They tried to raid him because he was going way out in the front. So they tried to raid him. He got stuck in the pack, and it was just ended up being a bad race. But then he got a bone bruise, so he was sidelined. I think he's just right now coming back into training. So we do have his siblings, his sisters, that are back and foal, one to Flightline and one to Tappet. So
nice.
They're very close family.
Yeah.
So we're excited about them. But yeah, We think Neoquist is going to be fun to watch. We think, you know, he might do. Who knows?
Who
You know,
knows?
who knows? You don't know unless you run.
So what was he like as a young one?
Well, we loved him. You know, when you look at the foals out in your fields, and there's some that you really, really like. He was one of them. He was one that we really liked.
Like a
we're in
standout.
partners with Matalona, of course, and they liked him as well. So, but we decided we can't keep them all, and that's the way it is. We just can't keep them all. So you got to pick, and somebody, you know, has to go to the sale. So he was just one of them. I think he sold for $22,000. So when we put them in the sale, they go. You know, we're not gonna, you know. So, you know, I'm glad for the people that got him. I'm glad, and it's great for Neolithic, obviously. So we just hope the best. We hope the best for everybody, and we hope everybody has a safe race, and they all do very well.
Well, being in the top 22 of the, being in the top 30 or 40, in my opinion, is huge. Yeah. So what an accomplishment for him to be literally on the cusp of being in. And you know, certainly if he gets in, we'll be rooting for him, because we love to see a Florida bred and a local horse who had his total start all here go on and do great things. And I'm sure even if he doesn't end up in the top 20, we're going to see him in some great races.
Right,
So
I think so.
He's up there.
Yes.
He's up there already.
Yeah, he'll do well wherever he goes, but let's see if he can run with the big guys up there in the Derby. That'll be fun.
It's a tough race.
It'll be
you
fun.
know?
Yeah.
You never know. It all depends on
and it depends on
the
the
race.
weather.
Yes,
you know,
and the weather,
and
and
how
the
often
start,
has it been,
everything. Yes.
Yeah, muddy. So we don't know. There's so much up in the air that's, you know, left undecided. So we'll see. But just having the opportunity to be there is exciting for Florida. It's exciting for Neo and all the shareholders of that horse. You know, it's been a long time.
That's wonderful.
He had one good one in the beginning of his career that got sidelined, but you know, he's gotten a lot of nice babies. I think he's going to be one of the top sires in Florida. So that will be exciting to see. FWOA usually has their award banquet, and we'll see what happens with Neo. But he's right up there as far as numbers with his babies. So we're excited about it.
It's wonderful.
We're excited.
Well, hats off to you guys, your team, and congratulations on such a huge honor. And you know, we're going to be watching closely. We're going to be up there, and I always take my rubber wellies in case it, you know, rains. Now I'm ready, but we'll be all around, you know, keeping the connections. There's lots of great connections to this area already. So very excited about all of that. So well done to you and Joe.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Helen Barbazon from Pleasant Acres. We're here at OBS talking about the Ocala-Marion County connections to the Kentucky Derby and the Oaks, and it's always exciting. Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show.